Good morning, good evening. Welcome to the weekend. So this reading is going to be for Saturday and Sunday, October 10th, or no, October 11th and 12th. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. Current energy. And future. And this video here is available on Rumble and YouTube, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. So looking here, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the moon. So the moon is all about your emotions. And the way it's coming through, it's a go with the flow energy, but it's trusting your intuition. I'm getting trusting your intuition and surrendering to the path. So there's something here that's unfolding and you're trusting in divine timing. You're trusting that things are going to work out maybe the way that you want them to, or even better. That's what I'm getting here with the moon card. And so when I look at the past and I see the Eight of Wands is a very quick energy. It's moving forward. Queen of Swords with a lot of clarity, So whatever it is that you are doing here in the past, you are leaving the devil behind. This feels like breaking a cycle. It's leaving something behind that just, it's holding you back or it's restricting you in some sort of way. It feels like it was very binding, really restrictive here, the devil energy. Queen of Swords, though, the Queen of Swords is saying, okay, I'm going to take whatever action is necessary to let this go because I have all the information that I need. This feels like an internal kind of a breaking free of like breaking some sort of chain or some sort of restriction here with the Queen of Swords and the devil that gave you the freedom to start moving forward. Showing up here in the current energy, I'm getting the Judgment. So that resurrection, that rebirth. The Chariot, Cancer energy, a card of success and victory. I'm also getting the movement forward. And the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups, self-love, self-care. What's happening here and what has been happening is you broke free of something here that was holding you back. Whatever the devil represents for you, it was something that was unhealthy. It was toxic, just holding you back in some sort of way. Judgment, you broke free from it. And now you're free to move forward. And it feels good to you. It feels like alignment, that this is something that you really want for yourself with that Queen of Cups. I'm getting a lot of your emotions coming through. The moon and the Queen of Cups are coming through as very similar energy. You're trusting your intuition on what your next steps need to be. But it feels like you're confident enough in yourself to say, yeah, I'm going to trust myself. I'm not looking for external or outside validation in anything. I'm just going to go after what I want. Yeah, so in the future energy, I'm getting the High Priestess, which is all about your intuition. Ace of Cups, so going after something here that you really want. It's a new beginning. And then here, I got the Strength with the Two of Swords. This is the way it's coming through. So the Two of Swords, so it is standing at a crossroads. You can't see in front of you. You can see the person here is blindfolded. In a lot of the decks, the person's blindfolded. And so you're not able to see what path is going to be in your best interest. But I don't get the sense that you're actively looking for that outside validation at all. What I'm getting here with the Strength card, that Leo energy, is that you're actually finding the courage to follow your heart, trust your intuition, and let that lead you. Because it feels like this is something that was not always an avenue that you pursued. You weren't always listening to your intuition. You were looking for that kind of rational outside validation before you took any kind of action to move forward. I don't get the sense that that's going to be the case now in the future energy. The way that this is playing out, this is really, I need to start trusting myself and that internal guidance because my inner self has the answers. So what it feels like is you're kind of rebuilding and retrusting your intuition after a period of not listening to it, of maybe second guessing it in some capacity because you're always looking for outside validation. Take it as it resonates for you. But in the future energy, it feels like you're listening to it and it's pretty strong. So let's get some additional information. So tell me about the Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Devil. So with the Eight of Wands, I'm getting the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords was saying, okay, I'm ready to move on. I don't want that devil energy anymore. I just want to be free of it. Go after something here that I really want. It actually feels like weathering the storm. So not really clear on this card, but it's almost coming through as though these people are on a boat traveling through a storm. And it feels like that's exactly what you were doing here in the past. No matter how rough it got, you weren't going to let the devil keep you down or just prevent your progress. You were never going to be fine sitting still or staying where you were. You had to move forward, and you had to keep pushing forward no matter how difficult it got. And so with this Queen of Swords, I'm getting the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you had the information that you needed in order to say, okay, this is where I want to go, and I'm going to move down that path. And with the Devil here, I'm getting the Empress. The Empress is transformation. So in a lot of decks, not in this one, in a lot of decks, she's pregnant. And so she's about to give birth to a child. And so this is, it's coming through as the transformative energy where a mother, like a woman becomes a mother. And so with the Devil energy, it feels like what you did was you kind of initiated your own transformation, focusing here on what you love and value and letting that kind of guide you and lead the way. Tell me about Judgment. Chariot. Queen of Cups. So with the Judgment card here, I'm getting the Six of Cups, which is a card of nostalgia. And so it feels like you're reconnecting with a younger version of yourself, like a happier version of yourself. I like that energy coming through because the devil kept you in a dark place for a period of time. And now this tells me that you're out of that dark place. You're stepping back into the light. You're focused here on having happiness and success in your life without any of the strings. Take that phrase as it resonates for you. Because I'm getting that there might have been strings attached to your happiness in the past. I don't get the sense that that's happening anymore. Not with the work that you've been doing. And with the Chariot, I'm getting the Hierophant. And so the Hierophant, it's Taurus energy. It's another marriage card. But the Chariot here, I should say it's another relationship card, the Empress's relationship. The Chariot and the Hierophant, you might be moving towards a relationship with another person. Take it as it resonates for you. It's not coming through as a very strong energy. This could be a relationship with another person. This could be just connecting with your inner self, your intuitive self, your higher self. Because I am picking up here that you're listening to yourself as you're moving forward. And with the Queen of Cups here, I'm getting the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is a lot of burdens and responsibilities. This tells me that you have done all of the work that you needed to do in order to prioritize your emotional well-being, all the self-love, self-care, nurturing yourself, healing yourself, breaking free of that devil. You're putting down all of the work now because you recognize that cycle is done. You don't need to keep putting in that level of effort. You've done the work. You've achieved some success here. With the Judgment card, you've definitely achieved some success. Ace of Cups. So with the High Priestess, I'm getting the Two of Swords. So that Two of Swords is out here again, and it's a lot of listening to yourself. Again, with the external validation that you just don't need. The Two of Swords is saying, okay, I don't know what to choose in front of me, but let me ask my inner self. Let me ask my intuition. What's going to be in my best interest here? So I'm getting a lot of that trust, the building of trust here when it comes to your instincts and listening and following them. With the Ace of Cups here, I'm getting the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is taking you out of a period of sadness, disappointment, stagnation, all of it. The Ace of Cups is saying, okay, we need to just keep moving forward. We need to not let the devil win here. And so it feels like that, because it's all kind of new, that you still have it in the back of your mind that the devil's going to try and hold you back here. And so it feels like you're just going to keep pushing forward. You're going to do whatever it takes to not let the devil win. And with the Strength card and that Two of Swords, so again, the internal strength, listening to your intuition, what I'm getting here is the Eight of Wands, so that forward movement. I'm also getting the Four of Pentacles. It's coming from a place of a solid foundation. All the work that you're doing is creating the ability for you to trust your intuition. The trusting is a big piece because you can hear your intuitive voice. When you ask for some sort of answer and you get it right away, you may not always follow it because you're not believing or trusting yourself that that is the correct answer for you. But it feels like something is shifting here and you're starting to listen to that in the future energy. And you're saying, yeah, you know what? Every time that I've gone back and tried to validate my intuition, it's always been right. So let me just focus on that. Let that lead the way. The answers are going to come from within me. So let me just use that as my kind of compass going forward. So this is a reading for the weekend. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.